Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Thank you for coming. We've done these for the past 3 or 4 years now. We've done this as a fundraiser for our home. I think there's a basket back there. There's a basket back there for our homeless ministry. So if you wouldn't mind, as you're walking out, if you have some dollars, just drop in that basket in the back. But this is also a way of kind of connecting our community with some of the filmmakers that have been involved. And over the years, we've had Brian Singer for the X-Men movies. We've had Beth Brandt, we've had Dale Dickey, we've had amazing actors, and today I brought you my roommate. And normally I've done a ton of research on these, and I have cards and everything, but Linc and I have been living together for 12 years, so I'm good.
We're family at this point, so he knows all my dirt.
So Linc, I'm going to quick little introduction, and I'm going to dive into questions, and then I'm going to, feel free to ask me questions as well. What I think is great about this TalkBack today, and we're going to put this online, is that we've had very established actors like Beth Brandt, and in a couple of weeks we're hopefully going to have Haley Ram from Disconnect. Haley is a member of the church, and you're about to see somebody who's about to have a meteoric rise. And I can say that from a casting point of view. I've been casting for 20 years. But he really is right now. It's to the point now where it comes to, so I booked this new series and I booked this new movie, and it's every single day he's booking something new. He's working more than any actor that I know right now. So,
Exactly.
but he also, he's a good guy and he deserves it. We met 12 years ago in Alabama. Right after I moved to LA, I was asked to go speak at a film festival in the University of Northern Alabama. And I met Linc's mother, Edie, who's an author, writer. And she said, well, my son's getting ready to move to LA. And I was like, oh, well, you should tell him to call me when he gets out. A couple months later, they called and they came out to visit. And Linc was like, well, I'm looking for a roommate. And I didn't expect him to stay longer than 6 months. So I found this great house in Glendale. It's a 2-bedroom house, top of the hill. I'm like, this is great. I'll have him for 6 months. He'll move out, and I'll have a place for myself.
Still holding on to that.
No, not me. Last clean bathroom in 2005.
Dude, what do you want?
But you grew up in?
I grew up in Birmingham, Alabama.
And
where we shot.
Which is where they shot 42. And when you were growing up, what did you want to do when you grew up?
I thought I was going to play sports my whole life. When I was a little kid, I fell in love with movies, just the way it made me feel. The first movie I remember ever getting really excited about was A Never Ending Story. So I remember I got in a fight with my mom, and at the end of that movie, I jumped up and was dancing around and was all excited. And so I knew there was something magical about it, but I didn't think anything more of that. And my parents owned an advertising agency at the time, and they were casting, they needed a little boy to play Cousin Linc, play a cousin in this commercial series for dog food. And I actually walked in while they were casting, and I was like, I can do that. And they're like, okay, sure, you can just chill out over here. And so everybody walks out and said, no, really, I was like, I can do that. And you want to try it? And they were the right age. And so I read the paper, and just the words kind of stuck in my head. And so I knew the lines. So like, okay, the kid can say the lines, so let's do it. And that kind of started me working, sort of, in a weird way. And then as I got older, there's no way I can do that. I live in Alabama. Sports was working out well for me, so I was just going to play sports forever. And some things happened, kind of messed up sports. I quit, and kind of had this far-off dream of, what am I going to do? There's movies, there's this. And one day, in this weird roundabout way, I was in a mall in Florence, Alabama, which you probably don't know anything about Alabama. It's nowhere. And she was like, hey, would you I was like, what are you talking about, a hair show? What do you mean I'm a guy? And she's like, well, we would cut your hair, you walk down the runway, we pay you for it. Now I'm a broke college kid. I was like, I'm in, let's go. And then from that, a manager from LA happened to be there and was like, hey, have you ever thought about acting? Come out to LA. And knew nothing of what the business is other than just daydreaming. And like he told me a really funny story, which is crazy. Once all the craziness happened, that all right, I'm gonna jump in my car, I'm gonna move out to California because there's nothing in Alabama I would do. Moved out, moved in, and drove out with my dad. Moved into the house on a Sunday, took my dad to that airport. Came back to this empty place with an air mattress and like a little, 19-inch TV. And that next day, Monday, was my first day of acting class. And
And where you taking one?
how fun.
World famous acting.
So crazy, the story that Chad kind of reminded me of was, it's like, okay, now I'm in class, I gotta find a scene, I gotta start studying to learn what the craft is. And so I come home and I rented a movie because I had a VCR with me. And so I started watching that and I'm writing down the dialogue. And Chad happens to walk my room, he's like, what are you doing? And I was like, well, I've got a scene and this is the scene and I'm writing down the words. He's like, he kind of walked off for a second. Like, comes back in a few minutes later, he's like, go to this bookstore, Samuel French. There's things called plays. You need to figure that out.
There are scripts.
Yeah. You can buy these things. You don't have to transcript from a movie. So he kind of reminds me of that one.
I love that story. And actually, you came in and you asked for a blank VHS tape. Is what that was? You have a blank VHS tape? Yeah, there's one. And it's something in my. I was like, what's he up to? And so he takes it and goes, I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, well, I have to record the scene. I have to recite dialogue. I have to recite dialogue, so I'm writing it down. I was like, yeah, 6 months, he's out of here.
I was solid. I was solid.
And at the time, I was working at Central Casting and doing extras casting, and we got him in there, and very quickly he got his SAG vouchers, and we started working regularly on the set.
Yeah.
And then he started booking a couple of commercials and web stuff.
Yeah.
How'd you get that?
I got through Howard Fine. I was lucky enough. He took an interest in me and said he saw something, and he got me my second manager here in town. That manager got me my commercial agent, and just because I was too stupid not to know what I was not supposed to do, I ended up booking a couple national commercials, which paid the bills and kept me alive. Kind of kept everything going, which was exciting. And just continue to train and study. And I come from a sports background, and my dad was a fighter, so I grew up a fighter. It's kind of the mindset of, if I want something, I'm going to get it. I don't care. I don't mind pain. I don't mind that kind of stuff. It's okay. So I'm ready to fight. And kind of took that mentality in without knowing anything and thought that, I'll just pick this up like I pick up sports. It won't be hard. And I remember the first day of my acting class, I sit there and I watch these actors do this scene, and I was blown away. I'd never seen anything like that. And I was like, wow, what are they? That's incredible. I always thought of theater as over the top, dancing, singing, and not what I saw. And then Howard gets up on stage and goes, okay, so what worked, what didn't, and why? And I'm sitting in the back, kind of tucked in, hiding. That was perfect. They aced it. Like, that was some real stuff I just saw. I hadn't seen anything like that before. And they went into everything that didn't work, and why it didn't work, and then what did work. And for whatever reason, I was like, wow, this is a language I don't understand and I don't know, but I want to find out how to speak it. And so through that process, I just kind of set in. And Chad gave me good advice when I was lucky enough, when you let me work on sets and different things. First thing he said was, shut up. When you get there, just observe, watch, stay out of the way. If they need you, jump. If they don't, go sit down somewhere. Be ready, but stay out of the way. And I was able to learn a lot about being on set. At the same time, I was trying to figure out what I was doing out here.
And so he did everything that he was supposed to do. He started taking classes. He got into the theater company.
Yeah, joined the theater company within a few months of being in class. Got lucky enough, got the audition for that. Got into the theater company and kind of learned. Theater is a lot of work. It's a lot of hammer nails, time, and we had this thing where you have to tech a show before you ever get to acting. And so I learned the value of theater and just fell in love. Again, I go back to the fighter, the jock from Alabama. Never thought I would be into theater. Just didn't come across to me that it was something I was going to like. And through that process, that's where it is. Class, in my opinion, I don't know anything, but in my opinion, class you learn, go back to fighting. Class you learn how to throw a punch. Theater you learn how to fight. Sets you learn how to use all the stuff. And so in the time I was learning techniques, theater, I get one line here, I get something extra here, I get to practice those different tools I was learning. And it was such an amazing place for me. It was incredible.
And he went from early days of theater, and it was like, and then there was like a very stagnant sort of like, not a lot of work. And then what was the first television thing you did that you?
First TV show I booked was now I'm gonna blank on it. No, it was Comedy Central. Why can't I think of it? CSI. I'll think of it tomorrow probably.
But it started off as like a lot of little small parts, and then it was CSI, and then what led up to?
There was CSI. There was
Southland.
Southland was this year.
Shall I pull your IMDb page?
It was, I didn't think the show that got canceled right off the bat, but this is going to be awesome. Sorry.
Why
can't I think of it?
I know, it's not Southland, it's a cop show. Done a lot of cop shows.
I'm like,
And it was,
You know 9/11? Wasn't that. Thank you, though. Why can't I think of it? I keep the bridge stuck in my head for some reason. That's not it.
but it did some cop show.
there was some cop show. And then so we started booking a lot of these little cop shows, and then there was this day, which is like, this is my favorite story ever. There was this day we got a call to audition for True Blood. Tango. Well, no, okay, well, so he has his auditions for 42. He's being called back, being called back. But the day that you were in the car. Okay, yeah, sorry.
So, I'd gone through, this is for 42, I'd gone through, it was probably 6 weeks of theatrical auditions based on, week here, and it took a week, and then come back and do something else. And I didn't know what 42 was. I didn't look it up. I didn't want to know. My managers were like, this is something big. I'm like, shh. I don't care. I want to know. And then the last theatrical audition I had was to meet with Brian Hegman, the director. And when I walked into that room before I went and met with him, all of a sudden I knew all the faces that were in there. And I was like, okay. All right, we'll try not to choke this one up. And so after that, there was 2 weeks where I was like, wow, I must have just blew it. baseball auditions next Wednesday. So I'm calling up everyone. I haven't played baseball since I was 12 years old. I was like, I just want to throw a ball. I want to swing a bat. And I had broken my foot and torn the arch of my foot 4.5 months before this day. And so I still was walking with a limp a little bit because I didn't go to the hospital because I'm an idiot. And so baseball tryout day gets there. The night before, my manager's calling, listen, we got another audition for you. It's for a really good TV show. We got it scheduled so you can have a little bit of time to get to the baseball tryout. And you're okay with that, right? No, but okay, yeah, sure, fine. And so I go to the first audition, get there early, thinking I'll have plenty of time. The audition's all the way in Bundy, in Santa Monica, and baseball tryouts are in Westlake, an hour away in the valley. And so, of course, that thing runs late. I'm freaking out. Get done with the audition. I'm running down the street. I'm running down Bundy, taking my clothes off, running to my car like a maniac. Run through 4 lanes of traffic, get to my car, take my pants off, so I'm standing there in spandex shorts. So soak that in for a second. So I remember people driving by looking at, why is this maniac, they don't care, they just keep driving to LA. And I'm throwing on my baseball uniform, so I want to look legit when I roll into baseball practice. Like, yeah, I got this. So I leave my cleats, leave my spikes in the car, throw my pants in the trunk, close my trunk, roll my door, grab it.
He's evil.
Yeah. So I was like, no, I didn't just do that. My trunk didn't close. I believe it, the trunk didn't close. So I walk back. Yeah, it's closed. So I go back to my door and I'm like, okay, what do I do? And so I just let out a primeval scream. Because that helps all the time. And so I kind of panic and I turn around and there's a GMC. My car's a Chevrolet, so there's a GMC right across the street from me. I said, they can break into my car in 4 minutes because I have 30 minutes to get somewhere that's going to take me 45 minutes because I'm already late. I run across the street in socks and baseball uniform. And people heard me scream. And so people out buying a car kind of looking at the sock, the baseball uniform. And this guy kind of walks up with the authority like, can I help you? Yes, sir, listen, I just lost my keys in my car. Can you break into my car right now? Listen, I had the audition of a lifetime. And it's I gotta get from my car, please can we get, and I'm just spitting out so many words as fast as I can. And the guy looks at me like I'm insane. I was like, I know I'm a stupid actor, but please, it's baseball time. It's audition of a lifetime. Harrison Ford, I gotta get in my car, man, please. And he goes, well, where's your car? I said, that's it right there. He said, I can't break into your car, man. I said, there's a keyhole in the back. Can you cut a key to get in? And I need you to do it in 3 minutes. And he's like, well, let's walk inside and talk. I said, listen, how about we jog inside? And so we get inside, there's this guy on the phone, and I'm tapping stuff on the phone. You gotta shut it down. Let's do this now, bro. And so finally he goes, okay, what's the deal? And I spit off everything to him. And he goes, we can't break into your car. We can cut a key, but we have to have your ID. And I'm like, please! And so they're like, man, we can't do that. It's against the law. And so I sit there for about maybe 2.5 seconds, what felt like 10 years. I said, give me a hammer. Nice. Their response was, what? I said, brother, just give me a hammer, please. And so this guy walks out with literally a hammer bigger than this chair, with a sword, and he handed it to me. So I took it, sprinted out, and the other guy comes running with me with a towel. So I get to my car, I put a towel over my window, and the guy standing in the back of my car, he kind of looks at me, just looks away. Baseball into it, smash it out. So I'm breaking out, has that shatterproof stuff, so I'm breaking it out and pulling it out with my hands. Walk over, hand it to him. Thank you, go on. Dukes of Hazzard in my car, crawl in the trunk, get the key, crank up. Now I'm on the 405. Now I'm swirling, darting. I have a sports car, so I'm darting. And I call my managers. I say, guys, this is what happened. Please call and tell them I'm on my way. I'm going to get there as fast as I can. Like, just please tell them I'm coming. And they're like, relax. It's okay. Just, you're going to be fine. And they're like, what's that sound? I'm like, what sound? They're like, we hear wind. I said, my window's going. They're like, what? I said, yeah. They're like, how fast you go? I was like, you don't want to know. And so I'm weeping, get to the 101, and they call ahead. My managers call me back and say, look, we called them. We know you're coming. We know you're probably going to be a little late. And I said, okay, thanks. I drop my phone, and somehow the 101 opens. I mean, it literally just, the sea parted. And so I dropped the hammer. I was doing probably 145. Don't do that. And there was a moment when I was doing that, and I'm flashing my lights at cars like a mile or two ahead of me because I'm getting it. And there's wind blowing through my window, and there's little pieces of glass and everything else come out and kind of hit me in the face. And so I remember, because I was doing this, I was wiping my face, and now my face is going to bleed, and I'm going crazy. And I looked, and my hands were bleeding from pulling out my window. Crazy. So, yeah. So I finally get to the baseball field, or I see a baseball field, and I e-brake it right up to the fence and jump out, and I see all these people standing out in the field. I'm like, is this 42? And I hear this voice, yeah, you must be Linc. I said, yes, sir. And I was running out to go, stop, you can't park there. And I was literally just parked up on the mountain. I said, okay, yeah, okay. And like, just relax, all good, park, and get your stuff and come out here. I made it with 2 minutes to spare. So, come running over, tying my shoes, I run out onto the field. Full casting team is there, one of the producers, and the second unit director and the stunt coordinator. And then there was 2 other people that were having baseball tryouts that day as well. They're well-known actors. And so I come jogging out. My heart is in my throat. I'm terrified. And so that voice goes, so, heard you had to break in your car. Why'd you do it? And so I sit there and I looked at 2 recognizable faces, the cast and crew, and I was like, all right, they won't be me. And so they were like, okay, crazy. Let's see what you got. And then I went into, throwing and running. And the first thing we did was we threw. And then they wanted us to run. And I told you 75 minutes ago, because that was a long story, that my foot was broken. And this was the first time I had ran on my foot since I had broken. I didn't know what it was going to feel like. I just knew it hurt to walk. So I knew it was going to hurt. But I knew I wasn't going to let them see it. So, they're like, all right, you ready to run? I was like, yeah, let's do it. We took off. I just had to, at that point, the adrenaline kind of kicked in. I really didn't feel it anymore. But when we got done, and I kind of walked out, got to my car, I was driving back home. Kind of funny because it hit you at different times. On the freeway, well, losing all kind of street cred. On the freeway, and I'm driving back because I got to get my window fixed. And I got to go to work. And I realized as I pushed the clutch in, my foot felt like it broke again. I was like, oh, that's fun. But I was at that point, I was like, you know what? There's nothing, and there's nothing that will stop me. And at that point, I knew I'd be all right.
Then it got far. So I'm gonna jump story here just a bit so we can get the questions, and if you want to ask me about the training and everything.
Yeah, sorry.
So he's, you know, if he doesn't move out soon, he's gonna kill himself because he then a year, not even a year later,
Yeah.
he's playing football and destroys his leg.
Oh my God. Holy crap.
Yes.
A week before we're supposed to start shooting birthday cake.
Breathe that in. Breathe that in.
So he, so we recast him with James Logan.
Thanks, buddy.
For an insurance issue at that point. He couldn't even move. He couldn't shower for a month.
I got a natural mustache.
Which is okay. I got to clean it back. And so he, how 3 months, right?
Okay, so completely ruptured my patella tendon, so kneecap goes up in the middle of my thigh. That's the injury. Surgery was November 30th. I was in a brace from my hip to my ankle for 6 weeks. Couldn't take it out.
Like Frankenstein.
Yeah, it was gone. So at the end of those 6 weeks, the doctor took the brace off and said, okay, now you start physical therapy. If you ever had an injury like that, or your knee, it was locked, immobile for 6 weeks. So even though I took the brace off and my leg looked like a little baby leg, I couldn't bend my knee at all. It just wouldn't bend because the scar tissue, everything just locks it in place. So physical therapy was to get my knee where it would do that again.
And this was just November of last year. This wasn't like 2 years, but
this
was
was
like
7 months ago.
Yeah.
And this is an injury that's supposed to take at least a year before you can start doing athletic stuff again. I'm a psycho. I don't believe in that. So when I went to physical therapy the next day after I got out of the brace, I told the physical therapist, I was like, there's an action movie where I have to fight in 5 months. What do we need to do to get there? And he's like, buddy, I don't think. I said, no. What do we have to do? So anyway, we started physical therapy, and the second week in January, I'm getting where I can bend my knee a little bit enough to walk, so I'm not doing because that was my walk. So I'm to the point where I can move a little bit, and if you didn't know me, you just think I had like some crazy cool swagger, minus watching me cry. So I get a phone call from my managers, and I'm sitting there, and just so you can have an idea of it, I'm on this table, bag of ice, I've got electrodes hooked up to me, my knee, we just got through physical therapy, which is, if you've ever had physical therapy, it's torture. Managers call me, hey, listen, how are you feeling? I said, well, I'm on the table right now, getting iced up. They're like, oh, okay. I said, no, look, I can walk for the most part. And I was like, if you guys want to start getting me back out, like, please, let's do it. Like, I'm going insane. And they said, well, actually, we have an audition for you tomorrow for a troupe. And I was like, oh, done, I'm in. Let's do it. And granted, I couldn't walk. It was pretty bad. He'll tell you it was pretty sloppy. But I knew if I got there, I could fake it. So I get to the room, and if I had to walk fast, you see me limp. I walked in that room so slow. It took longer than my baseball story. and I rolled in just real slow, just kind of sit there and kind of did the thing. And then after we got done, the cast director walked in. She said, wow, that was really great. I was like, thanks. And leaving her office, there's steps. And so I'm standing at the steps going, thank you very much, that was really great. She wouldn't leave. I'm like, you can't watch me go down the steps. Come on! I can't one leg jump at this. Please! And finally another actor comes up, she says, okay, so she signs me. And I just sprint down the steps real fast. She's like, what? And I was like, and then I rolled out real slow, and once she got inside, then I got around the corner, and I limped to my car. And then the next day, I found out that I booked it. And we kind of got this joke, because I booked the TV show 2 days after I broke my foot. So I had experience.
From suspect.
Prime suspect.
That was just, well, I remember the foot, we were telling you stories with the foot.
So I had experience slow walking into a room. And, but
We're telling a story about Mary Hollow in Van.
okay. So prime suspect. My foot's broken.
And you guys didn't know.
It was bad. My
It was
foot,
broken,
my
right.
foot was about this big and black.
And I'm telling you, it's broken, it's black, your foot is broken. No, it's not.
I'm all good, it's okay. I'm cool. Because I booked it, this was the second TV show that I had booked out here. And I was like, there's no way I'm telling them I broke my foot. I just know. So I put it in an ice bucket that morning and freeze it to the point where I can't feel it. I'm an idiot. And then I wrap it with tape, like just so it'll at least stay that size. And so I get to set, and of course they gave me the smallest neck boots I've ever seen in my life. And I'm trying to squeeze in this one mutant foot into this. And they knock the thing like, Linc, you ready? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Crack on the boot, and I'm sitting there. And so we get in the van, and then Maria Bellows in the front seat, and I'm in the waitress seat behind her, and she's running the scene. I was like, okay, so I was sitting there, and I had my leg kind of crossed up just so it wasn't on the ground. And she's like, all right, go ahead and start it. You're getting the foot. I'm like, okay. And then, we did the scene all day, and there was one point where I stepped on those things that cover up all the wires on set. And it made me flex my foot and almost fell. And there was a guy from the hair department. He goes, dude, you just limp. I said, can I tell you something in conference, brother? He goes, yeah, man, what's going on? Talk to me. I said, I'm pretty sure my foot's broken. But can we not tell anybody? They do, it's all good, we got you. So the whole day, they would just stay right there next to me. So if anytime I needed something, they were there. And then after that day, that was my last day, I went to the hospital and found out my foot was broken in 8 places. Yeah, so bad. And the arch of my foot was torn. So, yeah, that was good times. But, I mean, I guess, kind of the moral of the story is, if you want it bad enough, it doesn't matter.
I think that's, I'm gonna end my questions there. I want to open it up to you guys because it's, since he's been working on like literally nonstop and doing some things too that coming up that you can't talk about.
Yeah, just finished Hello Ladies with Stephen Merchant last week. HBO's new series is going to come out in September. That was a blast. Start shooting a lead role in a feature tomorrow actually. It's called Miracle at Gate 213, and it's going to air on CBS Christmas Eve, so if you guys are home, you can check it out. There's a project that's coming up after that. I can't say everything's not finished yet, so I can't really say anything about it because I don't know it. But it's been amazing. It's been exciting. Things actually, first time in my life that I've had things start just lining up and go from one thing to another. And it's been exciting and crazy and hard to process. And I'm sitting here talking to you guys. Probably boring you to death. It's one of those things that I don't know how to describe what it's like to start to live a dream. It's just, it happens and you kind of roll with it the best I can, but it's magical. And I'm having a blast. And it's crazy. I'm trying to process it, not sound like an idiot, but not going to do that.
Just got a question.
Did playing a real character inspire you to do any prep work different than what you normally do?
Yes, I'm with training.
So with that, we did baseball-specific training for 2 months before we even started shooting. And the last thing I wanted to do, being an athlete, was you see a ton of people play sports roles and look terrible. Can't do anything. So I dedicated and dove into it minor league ball and different things. So I was doing extra stuff on top of what they had to do. And so when we started, I was just a guy, you know, throwing baseball. And the end of those 2 months, the coaches got me up to my fastballs in the high 80s by the time we got to the trainings. And so they were trying to get me to join leagues. And so
And it's not just the baseball training, but also the physical training too. Like
our day was basically 10 o'clock to 1 or 2. We would do baseball specific work. And then we'd have an hour break. And then we would go to Warner Brothers. And we had a physical strength coach that would work us out. And we would do this stuff called isometric extremes. And you can look it up online and see it. And it's amazing torture. I'm a psycho. I'm a gym rat. I love that stuff. And so we would go do baseball and be dead, go eat, and we didn't have to go every single day for that. But there was a certain amount of days that you had to go and sign in. But he was there every day. So I was going every day. And so my castmates were like, Linc, are you going to go? I was like, yep. And they're like, oh, I can't even walk right now. I know, that's why it's awesome. Let's go. And so that specifically, we would just work on the fine-tuning mechanics. And then once we got to Atlanta, we had a week of prep going through the specific stuff we were actually going to shoot. Then we started fine-tuning the differences between the old-timey mechanics of throwing and the modern way, which I had learned. So we had to change that all up a week before we started to shoot. But, you know, playing a real person, you want to do as much as you can to find out as much as you can about the person, about what was going on. And for it to be such an epic story, at least for me, it made me want to kind of dive into the history of it and see the things that I knew of just kind of offhanded. And so it just kind of made it more important to me, and everyone pretty much did the same thing. So it was amazing. God.
With how Chad described your meteoric rise, what keeps you grounded? Or how do you keep grounded?
To be honest with you, and I'm gonna try not to get soft with him. My dad is my hero, and fighting. And my dad always said, because he always had blind faith, and he still does. And he always said, if you ever change, he said, I'm gonna come out the number. I'm gonna kick your butt. And my dad's a fighter. And fighting. My dad's sick. And so fighting. Everything I do that's good is him. And if I ever get to a point where someone can perceive that it would be okay to change, I owe it to my dad to never, because I promised him I would. Yeah. And it's not in me anyway. Obviously, I'm a country boy from the South. I'm not supposed to be here. And this is my heaven. Getting to play, like, that's my job now. I get to play. And I'm lucky enough, like my day job when I wasn't working was right across the street, Jimmy Kimmel Live. And I still go to work there. If I'm not shooting, I go to work and do my thing there. And everyone there, like production, why do you still come back to work? So you guys let me. But I fought so long to get to have a steady job. And spending too much time having fun and let something get to you. It's too much of a blessing.
How many times did you have to shoot that scene? Or how
Yeah.
long a day was that?
42?
Yeah.
That took In those 2 days, I threw probably close to 200 pitches. And, you know, you guys, baseball count, like once they start getting somebody up to 100, they're like, okay, shut it down, right? But, you know, my coaches got my arm in shape, and at a certain point, you just kind of go, you just give over to it. And you're like, I'm making a movie. I'm not going to be the one that sets back. And it wasn't like I was having to throw 100 every single time. But that next day, it felt it. And I remember after the first day of shooting, because we were in Birmingham, it was humid, and we were doing, you know, we were doing all the pitching stuff, and it was so hot. They'd bring out a bottle of water, and I would kill it. And we did this all day, and I didn't go to the restroom once. So that's how humid. We had these wool suits on, and so we were just dripping. But yeah, it was crazy. Looking back on it, but I mean, every second. I mean, you have to understand this too. I'm in Alabama, on a field that I grew up 30 minutes from. There's kids in the stands. There's 1,000 extras. There was kids that went to my high school in those stands. In between takes, when it was okay, every now and then I hear somebody yell out, "Go to high school with you!" And if that doesn't jack you up, I mean, I was like, all right, we wandered into one. And I was on such an adrenaline high, they could have asked me to throw it 500 more times, and I would have done it.
Okay, time for 2 more questions.
What changed that your career started to take off suddenly? I mean, you worked so hard for so long time, and you put a lot of hard work for it, but then something changed that you took off. What happened?
All right, I'll get a little spiritual with you for a second. Here. I got a job. I was working across the street from Kimball, and did that for 3 years and kind of put acting on the side. Wasn't pursuing it like a business. And very long story short, I decided I was tired of hiding. Because in this business, it's very easy to go, oh, give it a shot. Stick a toe in it. Like, oh, man. But you don't really fully commit because it's safe. Because when you go home, you go, well, you know what? I didn't really commit. So I didn't really get turned down. Because I didn't really commit. I didn't try. And I got tired of that. I always prided myself on being stubborn, hard-nosed, and if I want it, I'm going to get it. And so one night, I said, you know, okay, I'm tired of it. I went home, I turned all the lights off, sat in my bed, got in my mind an image of every demon that I had in me that I was tired of, didn't serve me anymore. And I gave it a shake, and I started fighting. And the next day, I got the phone call for the audition for the first TV show. I don't know if that's correlated. In my mind, in my heart and soul, it is. Because I pushed everything else away and decided I'm really going to go for it. So if I wake up and I'm 80 one day, I can say, I did it, and I gave everything I got. Because I didn't want to wake up one day that I could have if I would have tried. That scared me. So that was the change.
One last question.
What's it like working with Chad?
Last question. All right. Honest truth right here. We've been roommates now for 12 years. Dude's like my brother. And it was before I went to go shoot 42, I got a chance to work with Sophia Coppola right before.
Oh, yeah.
And we started shooting a project together, Project Phoenix. And this was the first time that I was actually going to get to work with something that he was directing and that I had a major part in. I was horrified. I was more scared of him than I was of her. Because one, I have to live with the dude. I didn't want to be the one who was terrible. But on set, Chad is awesome. He's supportive, he knows how to talk to you, knows how to get what he wants. And so once we started, it was cake. But before we started, I was more scared to work with him than anyone else I had to that